Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, May 17, 2016 at 7:22 p.m. Birmingham. Topic: Donald Trump, like it or not, he will be elected. Put that to rest in your mind. He will be elected. And right now you hear a group, the same group that's talking about trying to get Romney in here. And Romney, he fears failure. He knows if he comes that there's no way that he could beat Donald Trump. They know that. And they've tried a couple other things. Now they're at a point where they can go back as they did in 1840 era. And I don't remember the president's name. They came to a deadlock where the House wouldn't permit either party to have enough votes or points or whatever they call the electorate to be elected. So the House flipped a coin, talked among themselves, and went out and picked someone out of a crowd. They did this. It happened. They did it one time. But it can't be done today. And the reason it can't be done, multiple reasons. One is prophecy. You can do anything you want. You're not changing prophecy. You can't hurt them because you would be changing prophecy. You can't lock them up. You're changing prophecy. There's nothing that we can do. I say me, not me by any means. I'm Trump, period, all the way. But there's nothing man can do to keep him from being elected. That's in the bag. That is prophecy. But yet, those fools who are going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to try to prevent Trump from becoming president. One reason and one reason only. He can't be bought, and that upsets them. By him not being bought, their agenda cannot move forward as quickly. Now, their agenda will move forward, but it'll be greatly distressed. It'll be slowed down. There will be many to drop off along the way because they simply can't hold out. While Trump still has his 11 billion plus that's holding him up. Searles is a kind of man that would love to see Trump beat. But do you think Searles is going to give up anything that won't put money in his pocket? And besides that, if he put every penny up he had, he cannot defeat Trump. It can't be done. Listen to all the talk. Listen to all the lies that's flinging from everywhere. That's too bad. You can't beat him. It's in stone. It's there. You can't beat him. So don't let that get you down. I'm just listening to the hoopla, and to me it's like, it really reminds me of two women that hate each other's guts. And I'm talking about Democratic Party and the Republican Party. That hates the fact that a better looking woman moved onto the street, and it's tearing them up. And everybody's paying attention to the better looking, good looking gal down the road. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about votes in general. Still, if they were to somehow achieve what they set out to do and stop that electorate, They cannot stop the voters. The voters are going to make it loud and clear. He is going to be president. And when the voters stand up and speak, then these guys that spent hundreds of millions, they just lost their money for nothing. But we are the voters, you and me, whether you voted for Trump or not, or whether you will vote for Trump or not. He is the only way this country is going to rise above extreme poverty come the end of this year. Either we're going to rise above it or we're going to sink so deep into that mire. Then, when you read the verses in the Bible saying, in those days, no country stood with my people. That's going to be a reality. That is also biblical. That is also prophecy. In the end, America will not stand with Israel. But nothing says that America won't stand with them for the next 8 years. When Trump is elected, we're going to be like this with Israel. And I believe he'll be in there for 8 years. I also believe it's highly possible, and in my opinion, more likely than not, that either during that time or very quickly after is the rapture of the church, because it is the church in part, and I mean a big part, that's standing up for Trump today. And everybody thought the church was in bed asleep. And all you guys out here that's been sleeping, look, this giant has awakened. This giant has spoken as to who they want. And the numbers to come out for Trump will be bigger than the numbers of any president ever elected in our history. You will see that. The numbers have already surpassed Reagan. And Reagan, wow, I mean, who thought? But the reason is, we, you and I, sick and tired of the Democrats, sick and tired of the establishment. The Republicans, they write laws to force you and me to obey, but the same laws cannot touch them. They're not for them. They're only for us. Trump is absolutely putting a dampener on that. A dampener. Sit or a car going down the road and you hit a bumper, all of a sudden that wheel shaking like crap. A dampener is simply a shock that stops that shaking. Trump has put a dampener on all this shaking around, and they can't agitate it. Not yet. Not for the next 8 years. They won't be able to. Now, when the 8 years is up, then, oh my God, cover your heads, because all hell will hit. But in the meanwhile, Trump cannot be beat, will not be beat. He will be elected. He will be our president. And I believe prophecy is true, not a lie. And of all prophecies, true prophecies, every single one ever came to pass. And it will again. Jody of Expoz.